Residential schools first opened in the 1870s, and the last one closed in 1996. That is over 100 years of operation, abuse, and exploitation. Most people who went to residential schools had a traumatic time and many died. Though very few people actually had good experiences, residential schools started to close during the 1960s. I'm here to find out what it was like to grow up as a First Nations person during the time when residential schools were on the decline.
We have taken the land which is rightfully ours. Years from now, my people will be forced to live in mobile homes on reservations. Your people will wear cardigans and drink highballs. We will sell our bracelets by the roadsides. You will play golf and enjoy hot hors d'oeuvres. My people will have pain and degradation. Your people will have stick shifts. The gods of my tribe have spoken. They have said, do not trust the pilgrims. And for all these reasons, I've decided to scalp you and burn your village to the ground.
Daniel Quest, actually. My age is 50, 51, a little bit of time next month. And Foshana is my nation, and Upper is my band, and that about says it all, I guess.
Did you go to residential school, regular school, or both?
I went to both because it was the residential school, I'm not sure what the residential school was like, but I knew it was hell, and the foster care system was pretty well the same thing back in the 60s and 70s. It was nowhere near like it is today. Well, even though it's not what it should be today, but it's much better today anyways.
Tell me about your experience at school. Why did you feel like it was like a residential school?
Because I was getting beat up by my friends who were supposed to be solid just like myself, because they thought that I was trying to leave them because I was always surrounded by white people, and the white people always beat me up because they always see me as a savage and I shouldn't be with white people. So I got beat up by both, and therefore I wiped out all my childhood memories because it wasn't worth keeping. I can't maintain my health with those kind of memories. But
How did strangers outside of school treat you because of your race?
well, they quite often with wonder and awe, but that's a difficult question. It's because strangers are strangers. They don't know me, and they don't know that they more or less just abuse and not treat well anyways. That's what I say.
What's your best childhood memory?
Best child memory. running off into Calamar Field and chewing on some Calamar berries and doing some.
When did you go into foster care and how long were you in it?
Well, I was almost born into it because mom died when I was anywhere from a year and a half to 3 years old. I'm not certain when she died, but somewhere around there. And therefore, I never grew up knowing my mom. But my mom has come back through me, to me, and for me.
What was your experience at foster care like?
It was nothing but waiting for something better, waiting for a healthier, happier life, waiting for someone that says, you know, it's okay, Dan, you know, things will get better, you know. And I guess you could say I was still sort of waiting for that until Christmas of this year, when I actually found help and happiness.
Do you know if your parents went to residential school?
I'm pretty certain they did, although I don't know because I was raised under the 60s and 70s foster care system, which is, like I say, back then the foster care system was similar to the residential school system in terms of they didn't want you to know anything of where you're going. They didn't want you to know anyone of who you want to, or I'm not certain, but all I know is 60s and 70s foster care system was, to say the least, hell.
How do you think residential school has impacted the First Nations community?
Not very well at all, to say the least. That's to say the least. Done nothing but separated us spiritually, physically, mentally, and emotionally. But so hard for those that went through it to overcome.
If you could go back and change anything from your past, would you? What would it be and why?
Well, my foster care system, for one thing. What I went through was, to say the least, not very nice at all. And I don't know. I don't want to go back and remember right to childhood days.
If you could give any advice to anyone going through a hard time, what would you tell them?
Carry on, stay strong, and carry on. Give care so healing can begin.
Now. Introduce yourself.
Oh, hi, my name is Dan. So it's like our residential
Oh
school
my
type
goodness,
situation.
kids, be quiet.
Ah, shut up. I mean,
Oh, I'm rolling away.
dopey. I mean,
Okay. Do you go to residential school, regular school, or both?
well, I went to regular school, but it was, for me, it was quite similar to residential school in that I wasn't expecting anything, and it's something that I'm still in the process of getting over, but I'm living through it. You know, it's something that it takes more than just a couple of years to work your way out of. Because when I was younger, I asked my grandmother, whose maiden name is Moon, because if you work the positive side so much, you end up working your way to HIV positive or AIDS positive or something of that nature. Positive, right? And therefore,
I just asked you about school.
oh, okay. Okay.
Can you stop it?